myself. I'm playing with my pecker. We're gonna wait until the alert goes out to everybody. Then I'm live. So stick around, get wet in the chat. Bring me your peckers. Give me sodomy. La, la, la. We're waiting for the alert to go out to everybody that Daddy is live. Chat, click the like button. Get me wet. We're waiting for the alert to go out. It takes YouTube 10 minutes to send this out to everybody. Did the alert go out to everyone that I'm live? Fucking YouTube! Come on, YouTube! I'm gonna get a copyright! All because YouTube, you can't just send the alert out. We gotta build up the show before we ever go live to get the audience to be here. Yeah! Come on! What's up, chat? How you guys doing? Let's go! Let's get the chat fired up. Let's get pumping. It's Tuesday night. Please, baby, can't you see my mind's a burning hell? I got razors ripping and tearing and stripping my heart apart as well. Tonight you told me that you ache for something new. And some woman you're looking like something that might be good for you. Go on and hold her till the screaming is gone. Go on, believe her when she tells you nothing's wrong. But I'm the only one who walked across the fire for you. And I'm the only one who turned my fucking cock out for you. I am ready for whatever Daddy delivers to my private parts tonight. Donald Trump, is he going to jail? I don't know. He's been arrested, folks. He's been arrested, and he's been erected, by the way. Donald Trump, he hasn't been arrested, guys. He's been erected. Erecto dysfunctionoso. Go on and fuck me till my anus bleeds. Put it inside me and give me pussy feed. But I'm the only one who suck a fucking pussy for you. Boy, you really got to get your voice ready if you want to try playing around with that shit. Melissa Etheridge is fire, brother. Give me your mothers. I'm in rare form right now, in case you didn't realize it. I'm in rare form right now. I'm ready to go. Bill Goldberg, you better get him, Khan. You better get him, Khan. If you know what you're doing, you'll get Goldberg, bro. Just to get those 10, 20,000 extra people watching your show, you will spend the money on Goldberg for 20,000 views. I know you know how to do it. You know how to do it, right, Khan? Khan! Can you imagine if my name was Khan, brother? Imagine that. My name was Khan. Khan Noonien suck. Huh? Since we're all into the Star Trek right now. Anyway, we got plenty to talk about tonight. We might have my co-host of Tuesday nights. He might show up in a little bit. You never know. Luke Rojas might show up in a little bit. He might not. I don't know. He didn't say if he could be here or not, but he may show up. All these times. Plus, we got Trump's arrest. I got stuff I found on Twitter that will make your mother die inside tonight. Let me tell you this. The stuff I found on Twitter will make your mother cut her tits off, put a tampon in herself until she bleeds to death. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Like Vince McMahon style. I guarantee it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Monday Night Raw and I'm gonna arrest Stone Cold Steve Austin. We got a donation that came in from Alison Takwab. And ladies and gentlemen, for some reason it didn't play on the show, so let me pull this up. Let's see what happens.
There's something going on up in space.
There's something going on up in this place. There's something weird kinda happening, strange kinda happening, things are kinda happening. What the fuck is happening? Aliens, extraterrestrials, they gave me a shot. Nanotechnology. I'm not me. You're not you. I'm fucking crazy. Split personality. Scott McKinnon.
Vince McMahon can just go home. Show is getting crappy again. I can tell when Triple H is running. It sure goes good. Vince McMahon's kids know how to sell along with Nick. I just wish he would just go home. They don't need him there.
Allison Tuckwab wants Vince McMahon to go the hell home. Ladies and gentlemen, that was one of Allison Tuckwab's most surprising donations. I literally thought that was going to be about the I thought it was going to be about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and it was not. Ladies and gentlemen, Allison Tuckwab dropping a truth bomb on Vince McMahon. Go home, Vince.
You raised a piece of shit.
Oh, shit.
What's up, Joe Paul
What's
as
up?
well? Let's go.
Let's go. Tell you what, you keep donating like this, we'll go all night and I'll kill somebody. No, T-Rev, thanks for the 360, bro. T-Rev 24 times. Thank you, sir. And Allison Tuckwab with a big $49 to start the show. Let me put that up because that is the top donation, man. Maybe somebody else can top Allison. I don't know, man. Maybe somebody made a huge commission this week. I don't know. We'll find out. Allison, thank you for that huge drop to start this show. Really appreciate it, man. We're here with you for the next hour or more, or maybe something like that. Never can tell with these Tuesday night shows, really, what's going to happen and what's going to go on. So these hilarious photos of Trump being arrested, which aren't real, they're deep faked by somebody on Twitter. You know, I never understand all the sides fighting with each other, that you're happy Trump's arrested, but you're not. You know, it's like, or that anybody, you know, I'm happy when somebody actually does something wrong. They're supposed to get in trouble for it. But the problem is so many other people don't get in trouble. It's crazy. Even Trump gets away with tons of stuff. You know, the Clintons get away with everything. And I know that, Trump used campaign money in a different way, so it's different. It's more, that's why this is actually, illegal versus whatever. Dude, let me tell you something. The fucking Clintons have done crazy shit, and they're not in jail. Hillary's emails, the list goes on and on and on and on. Hillary's emails. If Trump's arrested for this, the Clintons should have already been arrested, and they're not. So nobody's going to get arrested except for, I guess, Trump, who probably would not have been arrested if it wasn't for being president. But he's not arrested yet, and we don't know what's going to happen. I think there's this, sort of behind closed doors arrest that's going to take place, or there's going to be some kind of agreeance to something so that he's not publicly arrested. That's what they don't want, is him, publicly arrested. And that's, apparently the Secret Service is involved with that. You can't just arrest him. I don't know. I don't know these things. I know that I wouldn't want, even if the president did do something wrong, whether it was Biden or Trump or whoever, you wouldn't want them to be publicly arrested and whatever in a certain way. You'd want some kind of court thing to play out. Much like, Bill Clinton when he testified or whatever he did, whatever. I did not sleep with that young woman, or whatever he said, young woman. How young was Monica Lewinsky? Maybe she was young then, and I'm just misremembering, but she didn't seem young to me. But maybe that's because she's the size of a cow. I don't know. Clinton lying on stand. Let's get that. Let's pull that up. You can't even find it. You can't even find it.
Now we don't do that anymore.
I don't do that anymore.
Today, drawn and bleary-eyed, Mr. Clinton joined the battle to save his presidency.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again.
And it's going to be a lie, we all know.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Miss Lewinsky, I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people.
That was a lie. I enjoyed you as president when I was a kid, 'cause I was a dumbass. I thought the Clinton years were pretty good. The world was pretty nice for us, except for brown people that you bombed. But for here, it was nice, the Clintons. It was nice, but you just lied. I don't know. He did lie. Huh? But hey, can you imagine if Goldberg got arrested? That's fucking hilarious. Stay 60 feet away from me. Can you imagine that if Goldberg got arrested? Wouldn't that be funny? You know what would be really funny? If Goldberg got arrested in front of his son. That'd be the best thing. Can you imagine the cops coming for Goldberg and there's his son, has to stare at it? You know what I mean? His sweaty, weird son with his breasts out. Wouldn't that be great? You know what's funny? Remember when Goldberg's son was like really young and everybody made kind of fun of it because like Goldberg like took his shirt off in the ring and it was like super weird. And Goldberg's kid kind of looked a little bizarre at the time for whatever reason. He hadn't grown into being a person yet. Remember this? How weird that was? But here's the thing about that. Goldberg's son now looks like this. Like Goldberg's son kind of looks like he's a kind of a jock dickhead. He's probably a nice guy. I'm sorry, I don't mean any disrespect. He's probably a nice kid. I have kids too. I wouldn't want someone calling my kid a dickhead. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying he's like that. I mean, I look like a piece of shit. Dude, I look like an asshole. When people first meet me, they're like, look at that douchebag fucking beard you can't grow and your backwards hat and you have a necklace on. Like, you look like a fucking loser. I do. But I'm, in real life, I think I'm a nice person in real life. I'm a very nice, soft-spoken person in real life. Maybe I'm a little bit loud sometimes and a little hyper annoying, but, for the most part, I'm pretty calm in real life. But I do look like a prick. But, his son, now, look at that. That's his son now. His son looks like a cocksucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like fucking, like, hold that bitch down. Let's all rape her in the locker room. Like that. Like, I'm just saying, like, he kind of looks like that. I'm sure he's not like that. I'm just saying he looks like, hey, did you see... What's up, Tom? Did you hear about Courtney Jones's fucking tits guy? Oh my God, dude, yeah. I heard about her fucking tits, bro. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I heard she swallows on the first date. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too, man. Hey, I dare you to take a shit in Toby's bag. Go ahead, do it. I dare you to, you fucking pussy. You do it. I'll do it. You do it. Let's both do it. Hey, man. Hey, you seen fucking Amanda's mother, dude? She's fucking a MILF, dude. What, bro? Blah, 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 blah. But, like, then you go back to when, like, he was, like, an innocent little boy. And it was, like, it was a whole different story back then when he was younger. He was like, I like video games. I think this might be why he's, like, he got in such crazy shape and everything. Like, he was like, yo, I'll figure it out. Hey, how about, what a pretty good job his son also did on TV. Remember that? When they shared a moment? That was pretty good. Goldberg's kid did really pretty good here. Remember that? What was it? Who knocked him out? I don't even remember now. Was it The Miz or... I don't even remember. I don't even... was it Goldberg? I mean, was it Brock? I don't remember. Somebody tell me, because I can't remember shit. I can't remember stuff that happened yesterday to me. Imagine Goldberg getting arrested in front of his kid, Goldberg's like, don't worry about it. It's all misunderstanding. It's all a misunderstanding, Gabe. It's all a misunderstanding, Gabe. Shut the fuck up, Goldberg. Get in the car. Get your hands off me. Ah. And he does the snarling thing he does. And Gabe is like, my fucking dad's a loser. I don't know why I said all that. I like Goldberg. I mean, I don't like him, actually. He fucking killed Bret Hart. He ruined Bret Hart's career. So, yeah. Yeah, real cool, Goldberg. You're really cool, man. Yeah, go enjoy life with your kid and live out your fucking time and have a great time. But it's too bad, you had to take out fucking, Bret Hart, a legend. The greatest wrestler, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. A guy who makes people's top 10 list forever, probably. Bret the Hitman Hart. And you shortened his career at least 10 years. God damn it, Goldberg. Fucking goddamn bald-ass Goldberg. Lesnar getting arrested saying, I will kill you. I'll kill you. That's totally Lesnar right there saying that. I will kill you. I got to tell you, this Photoshop job on Trump looks pretty good. I mean, his mouth is a little weirdly open in that middle photo. Like, if you see this one in the middle where his mouth is wide open, I mean, that looks like he's taking a dick right there, if you look at it. Trump looks a little sus in this. He looks like... Where's my fucking phone? Where's my phone? Did I lose my phone? Bro, my phone is my everything. How did I lose my phone? Bret Hart's always been my favorite. Bill's a good guy, but I always despise him for taking out my hero. Exactly, see? He knows this. Dude, where's my fucking phone? He's gonna lay down to Orange Cassidy. Well, let's hear a little more. Let's see. Let's listen. What we should do is listen to really quickly while I try to bend over and pick up my phone here. Let's take a listen to one of the best things ever. Warrior's Confession. It's always been the best thing. We love playing it on this show for the last 10 years, and let's keep playing it because it's just the greatest thing I've ever heard ever in my life.
Vince agreed to let me go do things outside of wrestling, and I had the chance to spend some time with him. He invited me to come to his place. And they're all there. Vince is there and Pat Patterson. I don't know who else was there. And Vince said they've got ulterior motives. And then he went and got Jerry Briscoe. We went in the shower, and he proceeded to have Jerry Briscoe from the backside. He was a real hard worker, just a grunty style, like he was grunt. So I was interested to get involved. And I told him what I wanted to do, have people put around me that could direct me effectively so I could go on and be successful at it and stuff. There were plenty of guys there, and it just grew. So we both let one another F it. And they were congratulating me, saying, man, that was awesome. This is really great. And late that night, Linda came into the picture. And I said, this is a natural, I've just never been into any of that stuff. Women and, all that stuff and everything. That doesn't work for me. I almost fell on my knees and just started throwing up right there. And then something told me to come. And he said, don't come. You don't need to come. And I said, what do you mean don't come? It's what I wanted to do. And I didn't push it in their face. And he said, okay. It was unbelievable. It was a shoot. And I had incredible discipline. And it was magic. Next morning, about 11:45, Vince eventually stepped in. He couldn't even walk right. He stepped in and said, I'm not doing this anymore. We're not doing this stuff. And I was really surprised that he did that. Like he just wanted to keep going from one thing to the next, as long as somebody would stick it out. I mean, he had an addiction problem, and, I would have expected more.
That's just one of my favorites of all time. We probably played that at least like twice. I would say we played that almost once or twice a year here because it's just delicious, right? It's like one of the best, most sexiest clips I've ever heard. I mean, I remember hearing that, like, God, that video's 15 years old, guys. I'll never forget when the first time I heard that, and it's been 15 years since that person edited that. I'm just telling Garguts that I'm gay. I would say that I don't know. Oh, you want the snow to go away, Allison? Listen, today it was 60 degrees in Massachusetts, so I was loving it. Problem is I was inside all day almost in my car. So traveling around the New England area in my car. I might even drive by your house if you're in the New England area. You know what I mean? But it was nice out, so that was cool, but it would have been nice if I could have enjoyed the niceness, So I'm hoping that it's going to be nice tomorrow. In fact, let's check it out. Let's check the weather. Let's go to weather.com and give the forecast for tomorrow in Massachusetts. What is it going to be? It's going to be, whoa! Yeah, dude, it's going to be fucking 57 degrees. No rain, partly cloudy. That sucks, I want sun, but holy shit, bro, tomorrow's going to be pretty nice. Near 60 degrees. If only it says mostly cloudy. That sucks. It's too bad it's not fucking clear skies. Then it would oh my God, bro. Tomorrow's going to be the day to go out and do it. I'm going to do it. I have a day off. I can't believe it. I have a fucking day off. Ha! I'm going to go outside and I'm going to have to clean the yard. Because, before the spring hits and the flowers start blooming, I got to cut all these dead, shitty bushes and shrubs and shit all around. I think I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. I don't know, though. Part of me just wants to sit, but I should go outside. I can't wait to go outside. Fox News is crying about Donald Trump. Well, maybe. Well, they don't like him either. I mean, I don't watch fucking any of the news. I don't watch CNN or MSNBC or Fox. No left-wing liberal shit propaganda for me. And none of the right-wing shit either. There's only one right-wing network. It's Fox. There's only one. It's funny how the left cries so much about Fox. But Fox is the only one. Imagine if you got rid of Fox, then it would just be a dictatorship of news. Can you imagine that? If there was no Fox, there would just be... They just want all the same voices. It's weird. I wouldn't want that. Even if I was... I mean, I am kind of a left-wing person mostly, I guess, but I don't want... I want other people's opinions on the air. I don't know why other people... Fox and CNN and MSNBC, they're all so fake. Because do you ever notice that Fox thinks everything that they say is right and everything that everybody else says is wrong? And you ever notice that MSNBC thinks everything that they say is right and everything Fox does is wrong? How could that be true? You know what I mean? Can you imagine sitting there watching Fox and thinking everything they're saying to me is true and everything here is right and everything MSNBC is wrong and everything MSNBC is right? Fox is always wrong. Can you imagine being one of those people that thinks that way? You're fucking retarded. You know what I mean? Like, chances are, both networks have some things right and some things wrong. And some things are skewed on both sides. But you choose if you want to be completely brainwashed by it. You know what I mean? You actually choose that. If you're a fucking idiot, you'll believe everything that Fox says and MSNBC says. And you'll just pick a side like they want you to. They want you to pick a side. Because if you pick a side, then they make money. If you don't pick a side, well, it's harder to control you. Anyway, it's kind of like Star Trek Picard, There's some people out there that just still hate stuff, and they're just, no matter what, they hate everything. And then there's other people out there that are, I'm going to bring this to this channel because it's funny. I know that most of you guys aren't Star Trek fans, and Star Trek Picard Season 3 is really good. But the funniest thing is there's this guy who reviews Star Trek. And the other day, he did a video on why he didn't like something. And this is a bit of a spoiler if you're not watching. If you're not watching Picard Season 3, this is a spoiler. So if you ever intend to watch Picard Season 3, which you probably don't, then don't listen to what I'm about to say for the next 5 minutes or something. But a character comes back in episode 5 of Star Trek Picard. And, what happens is she ends up dying. She ends up getting killed.
I'm going to say...
And this guy who is a psycho, he's like a social justice warrior type of guy. And he's a weird, like, fucking brainwashed fuck. And he does this video, and one of the characters, like, sacrifices themselves. One of the characters sacrifices themselves. And it's actually wonderful. She, like, furthers the plot. She tells everybody that she's been investigating this thing, and she's, like, fucking amazing, and she's done all this stuff, and then she sacrifices herself because she's about to be killed anyway, and she does something crazy, and she's super smart and did all this crazy stuff, and it's an awesome thing. And this guy, instead of being like, wow, what an end to the character, what an amazing thing, dude, he, like, randomly out of nowhere pulls out some kind of weird trope about female people dying. Like, listen to the, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Listen to this.
Brett, that is the definition of fridging the wasted potential pile.
He gets really upset, this guy. His review is on YouTube. It's just the funniest thing. Watch this. This is great. So,
you know, what would it have been had she been in episodes 1 to 5?
This guy wanted a side character to be in episodes 1 to 5, by the way. He's like, it should have been, she could have been in episodes 1 to 5. Why? She's a character that was only in 7 episodes of TNG. This guy wants her to be in every episode of this season. She's in a whole episode. So she gets a whole fucking episode of 10 episodes. It's actually pretty good. By the way, don't ever wear a fucking Star Wars shirt to review Star Trek, you cocksucker, with your tits.
Who knows? Added to that, what frustrated me is Ro's death served not as a heroic sacrifice, not as
watch this part,
a culmination of this is where her story was headed. Ro's sacrifice served to convince Captain Shaw that...
You know what he's upset about? He's mad that they killed a woman. That's what it is. He's actually, what he's doing right now, he's trying to virtue signal because he thinks that no women should be killed in Star Trek because women, and I'm like, I love women, and like he's an SJW. Listen to this.
That there was a changeling threat. That is the definition of fridging a female character. A female character is killed so that a male character will be convinced of the threat. Now, before you think I'm being...
That's not even what happened. So that's not what really happened. It's not even what happened. But what the fuck is fridging? What the fuck is fridging?
Definition of fridging a female character. This is where her story was headed to convince culmination of this is where her story was headed.
That's the definition of fridging a female. Bro, what the fuck is he talking about? Fridging a female. Dude, have you ever heard anybody? I've never heard of this shit. I don't know where this bizarre language comes from, but it's fucking weird. Fridging a character. So, you know, obviously, like, ridiculous. So I made a video in response to that, which I found to be hilarious. To be in one episode of Picard, there were... By the way, the Star Trek people are so mad at me because they've never seen anger like this before. Like, most of the Star Trek channels and the people out in that universe, they're like, I love this episode. This was nice. Like, they have no idea. And I'm, like, fucking flipping out, and people just don't know what to do with Joe Cronin in the sci-fi world. 178 episodes of Star Trek. So I did the math for him. The Next Generation. And I think Ro was in about 8 of them. Do you know what percentage that is? What percentage that is? 5%, I believe. I'm no math student. God knows I'm in a basement in my house. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm talking about. And now she's appeared in 1 of the 10 episodes of this season, which means she will have appeared in 10% of Star Trek Picard. She's appeared in more of the percentage of Picard Season 3 than in Star Trek The Next Generation. And for this guy, that's not enough. Finding out the evil plot isn't enough. Passing all the information off isn't enough. Sacrificing herself so they could finish her work and save the Federation isn't enough. Because, guys, did you know? They fridginged her. They fucking fridginged her. I have make-believe weird words that I come up with to explain stuff so I can virtue signal to my social justice audience of make-believe shit people. Anyway, let's continue. Is there more to this bullshit that I'm... Dude, they fridginged her. I'd never heard of fridging. Apparently fridging is when you kill a female character, like, just so that a guy can see it happen. So he's like, oh my God, there really is a killer. There's a dead woman now. Bro, fridging? Fridging. I mean, where are these fucking terms coming from? And this guy is looking for them everywhere. He's like, that is the definition. And I can't like this because that is the definition of fridging a female character. The fuck out of here, bro. What kind of fucking make-believe world is this with this shit? Fridging? Dude, fridge your mother, bro. Fridge yourself. Shit bum. Alex Oli.
Carmelo Hayes winning NXT title WrestleMania week.
Carmelo Hayes is winning the NXT title WrestleMania week. You're probably right, Alex Oli. You might be right. Probably. Thanks for the $2, by the way. Carmelo is... a guy that I've always enjoyed. Love the guy. Think we're still friends on Facebook. I'm so happy for him. I hope he gets the main roster call at some point soon. And I think he'll be good there. So I'm pretty excited for him. I've been for a while now. I mean, he's been there for over 3 years now, I think. And yeah, he's been great, man. It's so cool to see him do that. And I'm used to his name, too. That's the other thing. It's like I forget his real name all the time. I'm always, like, forgetting his name because all I can think of is Carmelo Hayes, which is crazy because I always knew his a real name so well. And it was when he was wrestling, it was always Christian Casanova. So it's like it's I was so used to Christian Casanova. But no, it's really cool to see. Yeah, I'm still friends with him. Okay, he's still my friend. He's still my friend. Let's text him live on the show. We have 60 mutual friends. God damn, me and Christian got 60. He's got 4,000 friends on Facebook now. God damn, we got 60 mutual friends. The fuck? Yeah, I mean, I remember when he was killing Nova. He's come such a long way, man. It's so good to see him. He was so small back in the day, too. Like, he was a tiny guy, you know, but you could see he moved in the ring well. And he had good movement, and he had good selling, and he did really well in the ring. And he was one of those guys that, like, this guy's good. If he ever gets bigger, like, can get a little bigger or whatever, like, he'll be much better. And now it's like, dude, that look he's got, he's a smaller guy, but he's full. He's filled out. You know what I mean? He's filled out in a way that's believable, and he looks great. And back in the day, dude, he was so tiny compared to now, you know? So, really cool for him. I hope he goes up to the main roster soon. Yeah. It's crazy. I think I used to call his matches God in, 2015? Here he is versus Ace Romero. And, you know, you can see how much smaller he was here. And even here, he had already worked on his look a little bit. Like a year before this, or I was calling his matches 2 years before this, and he didn't even look as good there. You know what I mean? He was starting to get a little bulk here. But before this, he wasn't like ripped yet. You know what I mean? Like he was skinnier. So, I mean, he really did a lot of work. And of course, he's in there with Ace Romero. He was in there a lot of times with big guys. I saw Christian Casanova, Carmelo, take on a lot of big guys, you know? And he actually really had great chemistry with big guys. Big guys like, I saw him wrestle Nick Steele. I saw him wrestle Concrete Jungle there. What's his name? Oh, God. Whatever. Can't think of his name, but he was great against him. Right to the outside goes Ace Romero. All 300-something pounds of him. And now Casanova trying to work the crowd into a frenzy. And a baseball slide right into the sternum. And look at that big pig next right there. See that woman right there? Get out of the chair and start losing some of that weight. That's not really nice of you to say that, Joe. Yeah, I know. But she looks like a hooker. All right, yeah, it's really... leave those lines to me, would you? Quite honestly, she does look like she's about to just start heading for her friendlies right now and have about 7 ice creams. All right, let's knock that off, okay? Yeah, listen to what you just said about it. I know, but I was kidding. Let's calm down. Well, Ace is out here in the middle of the fans, and now a blow. What a blow right across the back. Look at those children right there. Oh, man, a trash can to the back of the heels, and I just waffled them with someone's photo. Now, see, that shows what a real loser and moron Casanova is. He thought a photograph was going to hurt Ramiro. Oh, my God! That might hurt him! Right into the steel post! Well, that's more like it. Why would you ever think a photograph would hurt your opponent? Honestly, things like that make me think Ace Romero is going to win this and Christian Casanova is retarded. All right, you shouldn't say that about people. Boy, it's a retard move. All right, stop talking like that. That's not okay to say anymore. It's the truth, though. Look at these children out here. Most of them don't have fathers because we're in Brockton, Massachusetts tonight. You know, most of them their fathers died in jail of heroin. All right, stop it! Come on, man, there's action going on. Ace Romero with Christian Casanova now. And look out, Roberto! Oh, right into the wall! Ace Romero's head bounced off the concrete! Oh, he's in trouble now. And Christian Casanova clearing all the deadbeat parents out of the way. Well, and now Romero's in trouble. Casanova, wow! What athleticism. He might be a retard, but that was amazing. Jesus. Christian Casanova with innovative offense. All right, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm sorry. I would love a commentary team to just be fucking assholes like that for like an hour. We're going back to Donald Trump, man. Yeah, so these photos aren't real. But yeah, they got somebody, it's funny if you go on Twitter actually says like these are not real, that sort of thing. Usually you would think Twitter normally back in the day, if it was still run by the other people, they'd be like, he was arrested. They'd pretend it was real. These, deep fakes are kind of crazy nowadays, huh? I mean, I don't know why it's so funny. I'm not like against Trump or for Trump. I don't really know. You know what I mean? You know me. I don't hate him. I don't love him. I don't worship him. I don't hate him. I just think these photos are funny. Like, I know they're not real. It's stupid, but I don't know why. Now, the one on the right, it looks like he's kind of getting so the one on the right, he looks like he's getting a blowjob right there. The one of Trump on the right, he looks like he's like getting a blowjob. He's like, oh. But the one on the left, it looks like he's blowing somebody. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Imagine a scenario of Vince McMahon. What is this? I joined on the stream, thought share after my day job. Oh. Thank you, Val, for sending me those photos. Apparently, Val has real photos of at the indictment. That's pretty crazy. You know, you should run in the indictment with like a fucking harpoon or something, and let the cops just take you out. No, don't do that. I'm kidding. He does it. Yeah, the one on the left, it looks like he is blowing someone, and the one on the right, it looks like he's getting a blowjob. Maybe if I like take the bottom and like lift it up a little bit. I don't know. I like move this to the left and move this little there, and you guys can see kind of what I'm talking about. Because he really does. So there you go. This is a little bit better. See, the one on the left, it looks like he's about to suck a cock. And the one on the right, it looks like he's getting blown. You know, he's like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. And the one on the left, he's like, gaw, 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 gaw. Very strange. You know what I'm saying. I think he looks like that. That's just me, though. That's just one man's opinion. Alex Oli, thank you for the $2 earlier. Thank you to T-Rev. What's up, T-Rev? How you doing? How you been? I saw Ghost from the Coast earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but I saw him earlier. Shout out to the Ghost. And whatever he's been up to. Hope you've been doing all right, Ghosty. Ghosty. Tom McDonald got a new song. That's cool. Diablo 4 is out. I really didn't get... I played 25 minutes of Diablo 4. I mean, it's the beta. It's not really out. It's not out till June, around my birthday. Diablo 4 is my birthday present, basically, this year. If I ever get to really play it at all. But yeah, I played 20 minutes of the beta the other day. It was all right, and I really haven't played enough to have a good grasp about how I feel about it anyway, so... I'm still loving D3, I guess, for the time being. You know, I think it was Brock Lesnar. That did what? What up, Joe Bishop? How you doing, man? What is this? Thank you, Allison Tuckwab. It's a weird chat tonight. Has anybody noticed that? It's a bizarre chat tonight. Very strange. But yeah, Trump is taking it here. He's he's dealing with it. Let's go to Twitter now. Let's move over to Twitter. And let's see what I got for you on Twitter. The CDC is warning of a fungal infection or a thing that's killing people. I don't know if anybody is believing anything the health people say anymore, but suddenly, the CDC warns of a dangerous fungal infection spreading through the U.S. at an alarming rate. That's great. That's great. Just more great news there. Coincidentally, right after COVID, now there's another one, at an alarming rate. By the way, this has 30... By the way, the numbers are retarded on this, but they say 30 to 60% you're dead. So if you get this fungal thing, 30 to 60% of people die. I don't know how you come up with the number 30 to 60. That doesn't make sense. It's either 30 or 60 or 40 in the middle somewhere. Like, what? Where's this number? But whatever. You either believe that or you don't. It's something that's going on, allegedly, though, so we'll see what's up with that. Who the fuck knows what that means? And we can talk about the new SummerSlam logo. And I'm going to put a poll up in the chat in a second. We got the brand new SummerSlam logo. What did you guys think of the new SummerSlam logo. Let me know what you think in the chat. Maybe we can put the SummerSlam logo up somewhere as well. So here it is again. What do you think? I actually like this. They're in Detroit. Obviously, it's Detroit themed, but I don't know. I just like. I think this looks awesome. It looks kind of like Transformers. Somebody also wrote like Fast and the Furious below it. It does. It's got a. I like the chrome look. SummerSlam needed a change. You know what I mean? It looked the same for so long. This looks kind of cool, man. I'm into it. Looks like G.I. Joe Transformer Fast and the Furious Slam. I'm down with it. I'm down with it. So, yeah, I give this a thumbs up. Let's go hear what Mustafa might have to say about it. What up,
The
Mustafa?
SummerSlam logo looks like actually no, even a first grader can come up with something better. I'm not gonna lie.
What? You don't like this?
No, I think it's trash.
Really? Wow. I don't know why. I like it.
I mean, is it taking place in Detroit?
Yeah.
Well,
I just like
maybe
it.
even Kevin.
I like it anyway. Even if it wasn't Detroit, I'd be like, that's cool. I think that's cool.
I mean,
looks like
I even think
it looks like the old Windows 98 font maker thing. It kind of does look like that, but I don't know.
honestly, I mean, again, it's like when I think of SummerSlam, I'm not necessarily thinking about NASCAR. Unless if it was like, taking place out of like a NASCAR stadium or something like that. I mean, again, I get the whole thing with, Detroit and cars and trucks and all that stuff, but
yeah,
I just don't like it.
I like it. I don't know why. They've got the like Detroit like colors going up the middle like a BMW though. I don't know.
Honestly, it's actually kind of, I'll even say this. This is even worse than the Great Balls of Fire logo.
Whoa.
It was,
Holy shit.
I'll take it there.
So Mustafa hates the logo. I like it. Let's see what you guys think. This will be interesting. Let's see. Awesome. Let's go with awesome. Awesome.
And I think for the last one, you could put dumpster fire.
Garbage. All right. Let's see what. Well, let's just go with like it. Don't like it. Yeah, there's no need for an in-between there.
Well, I mean, hot garbage dumpster fire pretty much sums it up. So, yeah.
Well, let's see what the people say about this, and we'll put it back up again so you can look at it again. But it's just, I don't know, man. There's something, I like it. I don't know. It's weird. It caught me off guard when I saw it this morning. I was like, wait, what the hell? Oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, Detroit. All right.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's cool that it's in Detroit, and I mean, finally, it's in like a new city. But it's like I mean, again, out of all the SummerSlam logos that I've ever seen in my lifetime, honestly, like this is just it's blank.
Boston got screwed.
They did twice.
We got screwed
twice.
I can't believe SummerSlam was going to be here and COVID ruined it. I still can't believe that. That sucks. But I'll always I'll always have 2006.
I mean, again, you guys are still owed a Mania. You guys have had a Mania since 14, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I don't even feel like they owe us a Mania because I couldn't believe we even got one. Like, I was completely blown away when they announced that WrestleMania was going to be in Boston. And the craziest thing about that was, think about this. WWE was reaching the highest heights it's been at ever at that point, around that time. And the buzz for wrestling in Boston was unbelievable. And I just spent years like being a wrestling fan, like hiding it. And now everyone loves wrestling. And it was like Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels. It's the Stone Cold WrestleMania, the babyface Stone Cold WrestleMania, where he's going to win the title and be the big good guy and finally win the belt and all that stuff. And it happened, and it's in Boston. It was fucking unbelievable to me that we had a WrestleMania. I couldn't believe it. I mean, 14 years of watching WrestleMania, or 13 years at that point, watching WrestleMania. As a kid, that felt like a lifetime. And so to hear that WrestleMania was 15 minutes away from me, like, I couldn't fucking believe it. And
it's funny because you were there, right?
Right.
And did you go to the public workout thing that they had downtown?
Dude, everyone skipped school. Like, I think it was like...
Where were you? Did you see Sean get hit with the battery?
No, I was too far, way far away.
Yeah, no. Well, they did the same thing a few years prior when they were in. I think they were in downtown New York. Even though that the WrestleMania took place in Connecticut, I believe it was Diesel, Sean, Bam Bam Bigelow, and LT. And they kind of had like a public gathering, but even the Boston one was even more so. I mean, because remember, it wasn't just Austin and DX. I mean, there was NWO fans from other, places, or ECW fans. So that was really the hottest, like from 98, 99, as far as fandom, at least in a public forum, other than just going to the arena and just holding up a sign. And yeah, I mean, Kofi Kingston was also, I think, there at Mania. A few other different people. All the ECW front row seaters were there as well.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Kofi was there. He's the guy getting dragged out.
Oh.
They don't like what. Well, what do you think?
What for being
What do you
black?
think joke I'm gonna make there?
Black guy joke.
No, I was gonna say because he was very rowdy.
Oh.
And he was disrupting people.
Okay.
What are you, some
like
sort
hey,
of
quick, get rowdy?
Get rowdy. I'm gonna eat your
What are
thing.
you, some sort of racist, Joe?
No, I love people. Everybody.
Cancel.
I love the blacks.
No,
Somebody
I
said
love
in the
it.
chat.
I don't know. I love everybody. No, but hey, Rojas, do you think?
Fuck.
What was that?
God, fuck. Sorry, it's just like
He stubbed his own toe
Fucking
because he made a
Tooth. No,
bad
it's his
joke.
tooth. It's his tooth.
no,
Okay.
this pain in my fucking tooth. I'm
See?
gonna like literally kill somebody. I go to the fucking dentist. They look at it for a second. They clean my teeth, and then they're like, "Oh, here's a specialist you should go to." And then all these specialists that they recommend me are all fucking like 90 minutes out. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to get to any?
Why
of
do you
these
need
places?
a specialist for your tooth?
I don't know. I had to wait. I had to wait fucking like 30 minutes to be fucking called in just for her to like kind of clean my teeth a little and then be like, yeah, you need this one removed and I can possibly fill this one up. Yeah, I'll schedule an appointment all the way in fucking
Jesus.
September for you to get this filled.
Yeah, what dentist is that? Go to a different dentist.
I'm about to say, dude, what toothpaste do you use, dude?
No, it's literally it was these two teeth that one of them I needed to get a root
Removed?
canal. Yeah, I needed to get a root canal completed, but I don't know, at some point I just didn't get it finished.
You let it sit like I do. You let they put the build up on it, and then you never went back for the crown, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's what I do.
And then the left one just broke one day. I was eating something. I was eating someone's balls, and it just completely cracked, and a piece of my tooth fell out. And
Be
now
careful,
it
ladies. Be
now
careful,
it feels
ladies,
like
if you eat balls.
exactly. It's the danger of that, and if you ever hit your funny bone, that's what it feels like right now in my left tooth,
yeah.
and I'm ready to swing. Fucking,
Did they
and
give
then
you the
I'm already
cocaine?
pissed off at this fucking cocksucker from work trying to tell me how to do my fucking job because this dumb idiot got fired because he made some fucking racist joke and then cursed out the manager. Why don't you go fuck yourself, you fucking gun nut piece of garbage? Please stop.
Whoa.
So wait a minute. So did they give you the Novocaine before they like try to pull anything?
I mean, yeah, they just numb you up pretty much.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't.
It's Novocaine, right, Joe?
Yeah. It's Novocaine.
Yeah, so they
usually.
numb you up with Novocaine, and then you try to get. Actually, one time they actually tried to have to yank something out, which was like, and this is with me, they had to yank something out almost at one point, but luckily enough, it wasn't anything major. But the thing is, they still attempted to do it anyway, and I was left with pain for about 3.5 weeks. So they drugged me up.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude. When they did my last filling, it was
Yeah.
weirdly the most painful filling I ever had. Now you guys came in kind of late. I was about to end the show actually, but here we are. So I'm gonna stay on for a few more minutes. But
I like the new SummerSlam logo.
you do like it.
From what I've seen of it, can you put it back on screen again? Because I didn't get the best look, but for so far I liked it.
Wow. Well, you like Trump getting arrested? There
That
it
was
is.
I actually thought that was a fake picture.
It is fake.
I didn't know that.
No, it's fake. That's a fake photo. Yeah. Oh, of SummerSlam or
Okay.
Trump?
Which looks hilarious.
Of Trump.
Yeah, the Trump thing is fake, but SummerSlam logo here is real.
It's apparently
You know-
real.
You can't even tell anymore like what's real and what's fake because
Yeah.
I really thought I was like, damn, they're like dragging him out.
Stop it. Leave me alone.
What are you doing? I
No.
forget which comedian, but some comedian made a really funny joke. He's like, this is terrible, and I don't advocate for this, but I do think Donald Trump would be the funniest president to get shot because he'd make some like dumb noise when he get hit with the bullet. It'd be like, eh.
Oh my God. Well, that.
No, it'd be like a high pitch.
Can you imagine that comedian, bro? The Secret Service is probably visiting that comedian. I hate to say it.
Oh no, they don't visit for Trump because
That's right.
fucking you know
They only visit.
it's
they only
really weird. It's
They visit for
even the
Obama.
fucking- yeah,
or
even the
Biden.
Secret Service, yeah.
But yeah, with Biden, they'll go get you. But no, but
yeah, you
I,
talk about
remember to
Biden,
get
you talk about Obama.
I just wish they would arrest everybody. I mean, Hillary Clinton's emails, all these things the Clintons did, they don't arrest anybody. But you know, they pay hush money to women. It's okay because they didn't use funds from the campaign or whatever. Trump gets arrested for this. Just like, dude, what was it like a little while ago? Oh, Trump has the documents in his house in Mar-a-Lago, and oh, that should be illegal. Well, Obama did it. Oh, but this should be
Well, what
illegal. But
about
now it
just,
should be
like,
illegal.
doesn't
And
this-
Biden did it. Oh, but now it should be illegal. You know, it's just like very weird.
Doesn't this
It's
feel
like
like
if you become. Go ahead.
sorry. I'm just
Go
saying,
ahead.
like, as somebody, if you're somebody who supports what's going on, like, I don't really know what's happening.
I don't either.
But like, wouldn't you, I don't know, be able to recognize that it feels like a witch hunt, considering that they've tried to get this guy arrested like 4 times and they've tried to get him impeached. How many times did they try to get him impeached? They had a whole fucking investigation. Everybody was going like they're making Christmas carols about like, oh, the Mueller reports are coming and he's and guess what?
Nothing.
What happened? Nothing. It was
Yeah.
he was like there was nothing there.
Oh God, I
Well,
wanted
there
to
must be
choke that
something.
guy that did that video. That guy that sang that song that you just referenced. That guy, I want to put an ice pick to that guy's head. That guy was
It's so
enraging.
funny because it's like if when you become a president, apparently it's like okay, we're just gonna search your house. Like
Well,
every
no, it
president
only when
from
you
now on
become
is gonna get their house searched.
only when you're Trump, apparently.
No, or even a running mate or something like that, or somebody who's in a running. You're apparently gonna get stalked for the next like 2 years of your life.
Yeah.
Your whole life is going
life.
to be the Watergate situation. They're just fucking with
Ugh.
flashlights constantly. Like we're looking for some. And again,
And-
it feels like we couldn't find anything to try to arrest him last time. Now we found something to.
It's
to
like
get
it's
him
the
in
Alex
trouble
Jones thing. It's just like Alex Jones, where Alex Jones is, you know, they don't like Alex Jones, so they waited until they could finally figure out what to get him for, and they had to go back 3 or 4 years to the Sandy Hook stuff, and then they
What
got him
pisses
for
me
that.
off-
They're like,
what
okay,
pisses
use
me
that.
off the most about the fucking Alex Jones thing, because I really, you know, I just what pisses me off like is that first of all, you can't even find any of his fucking videos on YouTube. That's fucking like stupid. Like all of them are deleted, and or even like ones that are reposts, they get deleted. Like really, is what he said so fucking terrible that you have to ban him from YouTube, and that he can't even have old videos up? Like fuck you. That's just like let me form my own opinion instead of just banning everything from him.
That's
you know
why.
that pissed me.
That's why I say get a thumb drive because you never know.
Yeah,
Because the
you
thing
never
is-
know.
The thing is like at this point, like you know, I get an opportunity to like ever you know, not diving too deep on this, but like you know, especially like you know nowadays where like everything is pretty much uploaded, re-uploaded, re-uploaded. You get your own social media. I mean, dude, Trump at this point is pretty much the John Gotti of politics. Like you
Pretty
think you're
much.
gonna put him away, but he
Yeah,
comes
it's-
out even stronger.
It's like, dude, I'm not some big Trump person, and I don't think anybody here is. None of us are really, and so it's like but you can see that they've been trying to arrest him since he announced he was running for president. They were trying
They've been
to
arrest
arrest
even
him.
before that. I mean, even with all of his failed businesses.
He
and stuff
does
like that,
do
you know?
things that, you know, like here's the thing. If he used campaign funds to pay money, they can prove that he did. But dude, in every I just want to say that in every situation where they've said Trump is going to be arrested for this or that thing and the other thing, every single time there's no real proof. It's just them saying something. And this time they're bringing him in because they're saying he used campaign funds. So if they can prove that he actually used campaign funds to pay hush money, that's different than when Clinton and other people paid people off. But what makes it different? Because like Clinton
What makes it different?
Well, but how you gonna? You have to prove though. You have to prove that he directly took the funds from the campaign and paid hush money to women, to a woman.
What I'm wondering is what makes it different morally? Like, okay, well, it's okay because he used his own money.
It's not, and that's that's the funny thing about the left people is they're like, no, Trump's the one who did the illegal thing. Yeah, but morally, it's the same thing. They really did the same thing, but you got them on a technicality.
Honesty, it's such like
shit bomb.
Like,
Alex Jones was on Crowder today.
Oh, was he? I'll probably go try to watch that later. It's probably funny. I'll tell you about dicks in space. You're not gonna believe it.
Oh my God, he would pull Hogan. He would pull Hogan straight up.
Well, that's the thing, because the media, they're trying to villainize me.
What people don't understand is a lot of people think that the things I've said in the past are insane, but here's the thing. Wait until you find out about dicks in space, because that's what's coming up. Like
this is scary.
This is really terrifying. It's not a joke. And here's the thing. What they do is they launch these little spermicidal developmental agents up into the space in the sky, and then they spin around the earth, and as they're growing, they grow into whatever limb or body part you need. So if you needed livers or kidneys or things like that, they're going to grow them in space by launching them up. But the first thing that they're doing is they're actually growing human male genitalia, and it's penises. And so literally there are dicks in space, and that's what's coming. You can laugh, but it's real.
The thing that happens when they crash down is that some of them turn and mold into human beings. So you literally got giant dick human beings disguised running around, and they're controlling the White House.
And here's the real weird thing is when the penises grow, they can grow to adult size in 18 days. So
18 days.
I know that, and nobody cares. So that's the thing is people are just like going to ignore it. Infowars.com.
They got doom buggies on the moon driving around in their little doom buggies, talking to their overlords. What is my command, Lord? What shall I do? Destroy them all. These are demons, people.
They're demons. They're demon dicks is what they are.
Can you imagine if he got interviewed by Ryback?
Can you see? You think it's you're one of those people that thinks it's funny, but here's the thing: when there are demon dicks raining down on you, it won't be funny anymore or stuff. It's not gonna be funny.
Well, first of all, I don't demon dicks. It doesn't matter. I take a pill, and I'll be fine.
You have no idea. Like you think like it's not locusts in the Bible and those type of things. This is demon dicks. They're going up and down and up and down and up and down.
I'm sucking, and I'll gobble them.
And I'll just gobble them down like blah 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 blah. I will stretch their testicles out like I'm milking a cow. That's what I'll do.
That's my friend Alex Jones. He makes a lot of good points. Make sure you check out Infowars.com.
That's right, Jesse. It's great to have Jesse Ventura back here again. And here's the thing. Jesse's more liberal than I am by far, but we get along because he's willing to have a discussion. Jesse, why don't you...
Well, you know what it is? You know what it is, Alex? I'm willing to see the truth that nobody wants to see. I know about these dicks in space. I've been talking about them for years. When I was an AV SEAL, I saw the plans, the first original plans, the blueprint for the Dick in Space program. And I said, what are we doing here? What's going on? And they said, Jesse, it's best that you keep your mouth shut about this. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to betray people's trust.
No lady parts allowed.
I know a lot of that's about money, too, because I know you're a fiscal type of guy, too. You know that America, taxpayer money going to these dicks.
Exactly. That's why I moved to Mexico.
Yeah, and
Did I mention by the way that I live in Mexico? Because I don't think I mentioned it.
Honestly, you've done it several times, Jesse. I think you told us.
Well,
that.
because if you go to Mexico, then this stuff doesn't happen. All right. I mean, sure, the cartel, they'll cut your head off, you know, and that's, you know, I don't support that.
Right.
But my dogs are living a happy life.
Well, you know, a lot of people, America hates when you leave the country. They love it when people come in here illegally, but what they don't love is when you can live off the grid, or, you know, it's sad that you are more free as a Mexican than you are as an American right now.
Yeah. Have you ever actually, have you experienced any blowback from the United States trying to leave? If you have experience with that?
I know it because they're always watching me. They got spies on me that probably bug my phone in my house. I know if that I left, they would tear my house open if I left the country. I know it, but you do it.
This is Stu Hart. You can come up to Calgary. I put him
now. Listen, we have a rapist.
Now
on the
I
phone.
don't know who the fuck that's supposed to be.
A rapist,
but I guess he's like a Canadian person.
Well, we don't trust Canadians.
I have my maple syrup every morning.
They don't love their farmers in Canada. They don't give a damn about their farmers. Remember what they did? The truck drivers, the farmers. Canada has become basically a totalitarian, communist, psychotropic funeral.
It's absolutely insane. And by the way, Rostafa, you kind of sound like you're doing a Norm Macdonald impression.
No, who's this? Yorm sounds like a Fruit Loop or some kind.
You know, some people would say that's kind of gay.
Wait, are you talking about the R&B singer Marvin Gaye? Remember,
That's the extent of my Norm impression, is that he goes, you know, that's kind of gay.
I like what's going on. A nice little protest song here, but you know, I'm
who
Canadian,
is this?
Like our folks.
I think he's doing Stu Hart.
You don't know who Stu Hart is, dude?
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not like a fucking
dude. You know what you should do is,
I mean,
I'm
sorry that I'm not from fucking, you know, watching wrestling in 1986, you know, where Stu Hart had the match against, you know, the construction worker in the main event at Madison Square Garden.
No, I think that you know what's funny is Stu Hart sounds like Norm Macdonald's old man voice. That's the funny thing about it. No, I'm serious. Like, I'm dead serious. That sounds like when Norm does an old man.
Well, you know who else is dead serious? Norm Macdonald, because he's seriously dead.
Oh my god! I knew he was going there.
Yeah. You know what's fun? You know, you want to hear something funny? You know what's funnier than me being dead? Dead babies. All right, no, I'm sorry. Let's see.
I'm just kidding. We eat the babies.
Oh, and here's another one with Trump running away from cops. Let me
see it. Put it up.
These fake videos are just out of control right now of Trump being arrested.
I gotta see it.
Look at him. Run, you
fake?
fat bitch. They're fake. Yeah, they're all fake.
What was that fake one where he got rammed into like a bus or something not too long ago?
I saw that. I bought that too in 2016. I was like, who the what? And I kind of felt bad for him too, because I was like, I didn't want him to get hurt. You know?
Yeah.
Because he is an old man, so you kind of do feel like bad for him if he were to get hit. You're like, you know, he is.
If
like
he
70.
ran any faster, that toupee literally would fall off his head.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. All right, boys, I got to wrap it up. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Daddy's got to go to sleep, apparently.
No, it's just...
Well, I just wanted to touch on the. Did you talk about the main event promo last night?
I didn't even. I didn't watch.
All right. Well, the promo between Roman and Cody was really fucking excellent last night,
Really?
and so was the opening promo with Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and the Usos.
That I heard. I thought that was pretty good. I heard that.
I think everything. I think the only problem I have with Roman and Cody, because I'm so hyped about it, and I think they know that the match alone is going to sell just because of the hype. But I do feel like it did take them a little bit too long to finally like actually get into the storyline. We still have 3 shows left, so you know I'm still excited to see what's going to go on, and I'm still hyped as hell for the main event. But I do feel like the next 3 shows should be very Roman, involved, because he's been sort of taking a more secondary role in this feud, and I think they're doing that on purpose because they're trying to translate that Roman right now is discombobulated because he's focusing on Sammy and the Usos and Kevin Owens. He's like fighting basically like on all fronts.
No, I
His
think
family's falling apart.
I'll be honest, dude. I think they're being a bit lazy with how they don't want to put Cody and Roman together. They want to save it as long as they can. And so
I don't think it's lazy because I think it's also like every time Roman has interacted with Cody these past 2 times, he has this sort of like, I don't know, there's something different. Like, yes, he's not as openly antagonistic. Like, yeah, he'll insult Cody, but notice how he hasn't sent anybody to attack Cody. He called off Solo at the end of last night. And he kind of looked like Cody's getting in his head. Like he was sort of, I feel like we're supposed to think that Roman was underestimating Cody, and now he's starting to feel a little bit intimidated by him. And plus, he's distracted because he's focusing on everything going on with the bloodline now. So I think they're trying to build layers of doubt in everybody's mind. Like, oh, maybe Roman isn't on his game. Maybe he might not have his edge anymore. And they're also trying to build the doubt of, oh, well, he still is close to 1,000 days. They might actually get to that. So I like the fact that it's keeping you guessing.
Yeah.
It's keeping you wondering, are they really going to put the belt on Cody, or are they going to play it safe and keep it on Roman? I really hope they don't.
That's what I am. Yeah, I don't want them to play safe either, only because, again, granted that with Roman, let's just say if they do play it safe, let's just say that Roman keeps the title, right? First of all, yes, you can have rematches with Cody, but the thing is, if it doesn't lead and Cody's not the guy, then my question is because they could always do, if Roman actually wants to, which I think would be horrible, because I still do believe in that, and I know time-honored tradition, whatever you want to call it, where you lose him in the ring, you win him in the ring. Roman could retire and say, I'm screw this, nobody could beat me, but then that's lazy booking. So then if Cody can't beat Roman, who is going to? And the thing is, if you're going to say, like, and I'm not saying you, Joe, but like somebody says, oh, you could bring in a legend and just get it off the title. I'm like, dude, no, put it on somebody who actually needs the title.
People who think that are like mentally, people who think that are like mentally retarded. You're mentally retarded if you think that.
I read it all the time. I read it all the time online, like with various different people on social media, and it's stupid. I'm like, Cody, and yes, I understand why people were like, oh, you should have gave it to Sammy. No, don't ruin the streak. Do it at Mania where it will matter more. Yes, Cody has not been on TV for 9 months. Guess what? That wasn't the plan of him getting injured, let alone not even in a match. He got, I believe, injured when he was working out. So,
and how many of you were clamoring for him to come back and win? Oh, I can't wait till Cody comes back and faces Roman. I can't wait till Cody comes back and faces Roman. Then they give it to you, and all you do is nitpick every single bit about it. Oh, he brings up his dad too much. Oh, he came out at 30. Sammy, it should have been Sammy's moment.
And he wears a suit all the time.
They finally give you what you want, then it changes. And then they're like, well, this is the plan we set out. We promised this to Cody. Right. And guess what? Cody is over, you fucking idiots. Cody's way over.
Yeah.
And Vince apparently had said back in the day, I know what you want more so than you know what you want. And he was right.
And I don't even, the fact is, as a wrestling fan, I start to have more of an understanding of Vince McMahon's mindset.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm gonna leave this briefcase.
Wait till you see Keith Lee.
I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here.
Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Run, you big bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fucking fat bitch.
Running at the speed of smell.
Don't you think I'm a fucking terrorist? Run, you fat bitch. Run, you $20 coming in from Allison Tuckwab. Single-handedly keeping the shows alive. A little bit. Good Lord. Run, you fat bitch. What is she saying here?
Happy birthday, Joe, and many more.
What the fuck? It's not my birthday? Did someone tell Allison it was my birthday? All right.
It's your birthday.
Fuck it. Happy birthday to me. Fuck it.
Your birthday's in October, right?
No.
Oh, I don't fucking know. I don't know anything.
June.
When's it? Oh, yeah. When's
Thank
my
you.
birthday?
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Where's my gift?
Yours was just the other day.
No, it wasn't.
What?
Mine's in December.
What? I thought it was like 2 weeks ago.
No.
Whose birthday was just
I'm
a
still
couple? What? Whose birthday
Still
was a
a
couple?
20-year-old.
You're in December. Who was
Yeah,
just
I'm
a couple?
December baby.
Who was a couple weeks ago?
Raised a piece of shit.
I don't know.
I can't get it out of my head. Sammy Samurai King became a member. Thank you, Sammy. What's up, bro? That is that's just, I guess I thought he'd been a member, but didn't say that. Sammy, thank you, bro, for becoming a member. Appreciate it.
Like, was Sammy like Sami Zayn or something? Like,
I wonder what that it means as he applies to give it to me.
Yo,
Give
Sexy Joe, what's up?
it.
Give it to me, yeah.
you know what's
Oh.
funny? When you said "give it to me," I just thought, for some reason, I thought of Keith Lee, like, I don't know, just like cutting some fucking stupid dumbass promo, and like that being his tagline at the end, like "give it to me," like, oh yeah, he's a little like sexual kind of.
Well, I think that would be gimmick infringement because Jericho did it when he was in WWE. You better watch it. It.
You're gonna get it.
I like how he transitioned from that into the list of Jericho. Like that, he really that probably was some of his best character work he's ever done. His heel Jericho is amazing. Like 2008 Jericho, where he'd wear the suit and he would just talk to like all of you troglodytes and like
you hypocrites.
But his 2016 run was, I think, the most fun.
No, who? Wait, who?
Jericho. I
yeah.
was there at the Raw after Mania in 33 in Orlando.
Yeah.
And I remember that arena because I remember that was the first time when people were throwing beach balls in the crowd, I think. And
What?
he goes, beach ball mania is going wild, and the whole crowd popped. You could hear it literally even on television, like when they were airing in the fan noise. But everybody in the locker room, as was reported, were pissed off, and that's why at SummerSlam that same year, I think it was Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins reuniting or whatever, and it might have been the next year probably. Yeah, Cesaro and Sheamus, and Cesaro jumped in the crowd and just ripped the beach balls.
It was that same year. It was that same year.
Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend.
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Sorry, I don't think Roman should lose. He should retain until SummerSlam. Roman is hot right now. Continue the story.
What story is there left to tell? Like, continue the story. Continue the story. What are we going to get more out of this? Oh, well, Jay could be the one. Like, I'm sorry. Jay's not ready for that position.
You'd have to be saving it for Sammy in order to keep it.
Yeah, and also with all due respect to Cody, and granted that he's over, but again, even if they were to try to put Sammy and Roman back together again, as far as, competitors, again, the bloom is slightly off the road, so you can still do it, but still, it's tough.
You sound like a pedophile when you say that. Just...
You did kind of. The bloom is slightly off the road.
I know. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
The bloom's off the road.
Rise of CJC. Thank you, Rise, for that $10, man. I appreciate that. Listen, I want Cody to win in a way, but I do understand the argument to keep it on Roman. I get that. I get it.
I understand it, but if your plan is okay, well, how about we have Sammy and Roman at SummerSlam and Sammy wins it? I feel like it's the opportunity's already been missed. Basically, it's past.
I just
And
said that the bloom is off the rose, and you guys are calling me a pedophile.
Well, I didn't know what the fuck the blue is off the roast means because I don't talk like I'm.
The blue is off the
whatever.
roast. That sounds disgusting, dude. That's like a meat curtains.
Oh,
Sorry,
my
I don't
God.
talk like I'm a fucking poet from the 30s. All right, I talk like a regular person. But oh yeah, I forgot you're all like show tune guy. So that's probably one of like the lines from your.
I'm sorry for being articulate. My B. Shoot.
The bloom is off the roast. It's a fantasy in your mind.
He's going full rose. Speaking of roses.
Yeah, but like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. What are you gonna do that's gonna get me as hyped as I am now for Cody and Roman? And also, what does this mean for Cody? I mean, yeah, sure, he's getting the main event. That's big for him, whether he wins or loses. But there's so much like building on him winning. Like he really needs to win this match. If he doesn't, it's like he'll still be over, but pretty much I don't know. He'll lose a lot of heat and a lot of momentum.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it just halts him until when? Like, when are you gonna actually push him?
Yeah, well, and here's the other thing too, and this is what a lot of people tend to forget. It's like, okay, you build up this title being 3 years on a guy that you consider the guy of the company, right? Now it's like, how are you gonna put Cody with the title this hot going forward for the next year? Granted, you can get some decent heels that could definitely at least try to do the job. But the thing is, though, Roman is the biggest heel that they have right now. How are you gonna like make sure that moment? Because again, same thing happened with Shawn Michaels, where if you remember back in '96, by the time he faced Sid in Madison Square Garden, dude, people were tired of Shawn. Why? Because his character didn't have that much of an edge, especially since the fact that he was associated with Jose Etherio, which just made him this empathetic, sort of kind of next door white meat babyface in a sense, even though that he had the attitude in the ring. At the end of the day, there was still something missing. By the time Jose left his side and it was 97 and he became a heel all over again, he got that edge back, but he needed to get away from that. Now, Cody, not having necessarily a Jose Lothario, he needs to have a bit more grit after he wins the belt. And he needs to be a little bit more aggressive, not necessarily just in the promo category, but then also in the ring, especially depending on who he's facing. And he's got to have credible heels to go up again.
Well, what I believe is they're going to obviously at some point in his reign have a rematch with him and Roman. I don't think it's going to be at Backlash. Yes. I don't think it's going to be at Backlash. I think it's going to be at SummerSlam. I think that's the SummerSlam main event. Either that or they have Cody Roman at like the pay-per-view before SummerSlam. Cody wins, and then they resolve whatever's going on with Sammy and Roman or Jay or Roman. I can see that happen.
Brad 2023 actually brought a great point. He says, Cody got hurt last year. But remember, before he left to go to WWE, when he was in AEW, I mean, the crowd slowly but surely for over the course of like 6 months, the crowd was slowly churning on him. And I remember actually, you remember that big promo that he made about like his daughter's like, I got a mixed baby and blah, blah, blah. And, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And he was trying to do like that BLM promo. And it was almost as if that for whatever reason, it just got lost in the shuffle. And then people just started getting bored of him right after that, slowly but surely. I mean, people were still cheering for him, but by the time they got to like fall of 2021.
Don't call me Shirley.
By the time we got to 2021, it pretty much like the steam was gone and people were just done with them. People were, and I was in the arena the week before, I think, because it was at the Prudential Center where Rosario Dawson was there. They did that spot with Tyler. No, I'm sorry, I can't hear him. The Black Society, and basically, it just pretty much just. Everybody was still cheering, but then at that point it was just nothing but boos. And then by the time we got to the Sammy Cody match, the ladder match, I mean, it was just boos. And then that was, I think, his last match, and then he left. So
I have a question for somebody in the chat. King of Hueco Mundo. What do you mean WWE? That's what WWE does. And it's all hype with no delivery. I remember a lot of times with WWE, even recently.
They delivered WrestleMania last year with hype.
Yeah, they delivered. They delivered on the hype last year. They gave you Kofi Mania when nobody thought it was going to happen, and they ended up going for it. They gave you the Daniel Bryan moment. They gave you all of these hype moments. But apparently, what WWE does is they never deliver on hype moments. Like I just don't. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I see these blanket statements all the time. Like, that's what WWE does. They don't believe in promos anymore. They don't believe in wrestling.
You know what they don't do is they don't put on
bum.
the best weekly show anymore.
Let's be real.
That's what they don't do.
SummerSlam is the weakest of the big four. SummerSlam 2024, either have Sami versus Roman, or triple threat with Cody, and have Sami win. That will bring a lot more attention to an annually underwhelming PPV.
Well, I agree in some ways, but let's be real. It's the weakest. I mean, weakest has always been Survivor Series.
Yeah, it always has. Because the thing is, even with SummerSlam, for a long time it was number 2. Then Royal Rumble really started becoming the thing, and that became the number 2.
I know what Goon is saying though, that now that Survivor Series is War Games, it's more interesting and whatever. But it's I still think that SummerSlam is going to end up being better because it's going to be bigger. So Goon is, but that's an interesting point that SummerSlam is kind of, always booked as the second WrestleMania in a way, or the next best thing to it. But really, we all really look forward to Royal Rumble more a lot of times. But no, it's always been really big. I still don't think that Survivor Series has what it takes to be number 3. I think they're 4 clearly still. Because was Survivor Series really that great that it was better than what SummerSlam would be? I don't know.
I really can't
there
remember
there were
that.
certain matches. There were certain matches that were good, but not the entire show. No.
Yeah.
I like
Shit bum.
2023.
Oh, you mean this year? I think he's saying because this year it's better this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Survivor Series has some good matches to go back and rewatch, but yeah, the whole show. I remember owning the 2014 DVD of Survivor Series because I thought, wow, that was a great show. I fucking love it. I have to buy it on DVD. Then I rewatched it on DVD, and there's 1 or 2 matches that are pretty good that I'll rewatch, and then the rest of it is just blah.
Dude, my only love for my only time where Survivor Series was amazing to me was when I was a little kid. And it was when Hogan's team, wrestled the other team. And that was because, the winners went on to... And they divided up the teams at the end of the night, but then it made no sense. They divided them up, literally faces and heels. And that made no sense when you think about it. So, I don't know, dude. Survivor Series has always been terrible, pretty much. After the first 5 or 6... After the first 5, it just went to shit. And it's just not good. Royal Rumble's always exciting. Survivor Series usually has really big matches, and WrestleMania is WrestleMania, and Survivor Series is always just I'm gay, I'm just here. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's also I don't know, I feel like TLC it's the pay-per-view that came afterwards, or it used to at least.
Yeah.
Even though it was a gimmick pay-per-view, I was always more interested in that. Because it was and I was kind of ugh, Survivor Series, just get out of the way so we can get to that. Because at least you knew in TLC we were going to get some fun, gimmick matches. With fucking Survivor Series, it's oh, we're going to get the big tag team match. Oh, that's fun. Those tag team matches, most of them are fucking garbage. The only tag team match that I remember as of recent that I remember really loving was that what was it, the Raw and SmackDown 2016 elimination tag match, where James Ellsworth was still the mascot of SmackDown, and Braun threw him for 4 tables, and then Shane got really, really hurt during the match.
Yeah.
That was a fucking good match. And what was so good about it was that they played off of all the storylines that were currently going on SmackDown and Raw. And it just all came together in such a perfect fucking way. And then every other match they had for the Raw and SmackDown thing, every year after that, it just got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And then They also just started just shitting on SmackDown too. They were like, "Oh, SmackDown gets clean swept by Raw." Like, why? What does that help your brand? Like, how does that help anybody go, "Oh, I want to go tune into SmackDown"? They just all got shit stomped by Raw.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
They did kind of bury it back then, but listen, man, I'm going to wrap it up. I thought that was good wrestling conversation. Shout out to the Dork Knight, SummerSlam-a-mania. Luke Rojas,
Yo,
what Daniel
he needs to
Bryan?
get back. He needs to get back, bro, because we were supposed to
He's a suicide.
review the last AEW pay-per-view, and then all of a sudden Discord, what the crap?
Oh,
So-
that's right. Yeah, it got all shit on. Yo, the Goon, thank you for the $2 and the donations, Goon. Shout out to you. Shout out to Rojas for being here. Jay Menace, who didn't get to say anything, and Rastafa for stopping by. I love you guys. And hit me up, Rastafa. You did good
When are we doing
tonight.
predictions
For
Mania?
oh, God. I mean, probably the week before. I guess.
No, but I mean, like, do you have an idea when? Because we got like review for, we got Raw, obviously. You got
I'd say Friday. I'd say we do like Friday night, probably. Friday night would be a good night, right after SmackDown.
Well, there's Hall of Fame after SmackDown next week. Remember?
Oh. Then maybe Saturday night.
Who's even announced for the Hall of Fame?
Oh, we can't. Saturday night's Mania. So I guess it'd be maybe Wednesday.
All I know is Ray and
Ray, Andy
Kishimoto.
Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman today. Yeah. What about that? We didn't really talk about that, but I gotta go.
Great,
I
great.
I really gotta go. I love you guys. I literally had to hang up. I gotta go. Everybody, thank you for hanging out tonight with me, and Rojas and Rastafa for stopping by at the end here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Allison Tuckwab, who dropped the largest dono of the stream. What up, Luke Rojas?
Piece of shit.
Good job, Luke.
Cody should lose by getting RKO from a return in Randy Orton. Nobody would see it coming.
Oh.
You got storyline from Legacy, and Randy can claim that his dad was never WWE champion and was part of main event at First Mania, so how dare Cody? Cody
Give
can
me
win at SummerSlam.
Rhea Ripley. Yeah, that's a great man. What a take there. I Randy Orton jumping in the ring and RKO and Cody. Hey, man, he could ruin the dream. That's a great point. Imagine that. Fucking Randy Orton ruins the whole thing. Unbelievable. Spectral Citizen, thanks for being here. Dork Knight, I'm calling it now. Dominic's going to jump Conan. Wait a minute. Going to jump Conan alcohol thing, and it's going to finally convince Ray to wrestle his son. Oh, yeah. I think I know what you mean now. For me, it's Mania, Rumble, and SummerSlam, and then Survivor Series. Yeah, that's pretty much kind of what I think, Spectral. Probably. Shane got a hernia in that match. Damn. I feel like I got one right now. My stomach is killing me right now. I don't know what I did to myself. All right, boys and girls. Children of all ages. Degeneration. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we'll see you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow for sure at some point. Plus the AEW review live after AEW. You know I'll be there for that. And I hope everybody had a good night. Had some fun. Don't play those fuck games.
When you play your little fuck game.
Yeah, voice to text always blows me up too. Good night, boys. Good night, girls. Good night, peeps. Oh, thank you to Don Edwards, who became a $10 patron on Patreon. We're back up to 145 patrons. Don Edwards, thank you, my friend, for going to $10 on Patreon. Thank you, sir. If you guys want to join the Patreon, please do. And listen to, just browse and enjoy all the thousands of shows and different things on Patreon over the last 7 years that you may know about, may not know about. Who knows what the fuck you'll discover. And especially if you like comedy stuff, you're going to love Corrupted Podcast. Whether it's episode 1, 5, 10, 50, or 200 of the Corrupted Podcast, you will probably enjoy the Corrupted Podcast on Patreon. Go listen to it. Thank you, Don Edwards, newest patron. I'll see you guys tomorrow.